welcome back to my channel. My name is Morgan if you're new. Today I'm going to be doing a meal prep video, snack edition. So we normally don't meal prep our food during the week, we just cook every single night, but Zachary and I are trying to be healthier and make things just easier on us because we're both back to work now. So I'm going to be meal prepping some snacks for us to have throughout the week. I'm going to be making 3 things. All 3 are super simple and super easy and really yummy. So we're going to be making hard-boiled eggs, sweet potato fries in the air fryer, and the one I'm most excited about, we're making peanut butter banana frozen snack bites. I'm gonna start off with our hard-boiled eggs because they're super simple and I can just let them cook while we start on something else. I use this egg cooker. The brand is called Dash and it's from Amazon. It is so helpful in making hard-boiled eggs, omelets, any kind of like egg thing. So I will have this link down below in case you want to check it out. But what I'm going to do is make 8 hard-boiled eggs, and this tray right here has 8 spots. This little cup thing right here tells you how much water to use, so I'm going to fill this up and add the water. Okay, so we pour this into the bottom, add this back on, and then the bottom of the cup has a thing on the bottom that's very sharp and pokes the egg. So you want to poke the fat end of the egg and put it onto the tray. And we're gonna do that 8 times. This egg is no good, it was cracked. Okay, now that they're all ready, all we do is put this on, add the lid, and we press start button right here, and it's gonna beep when it's done. So while the eggs are cooking, I'm gonna start on the peanut butter banana frozen bites, and I've actually never made these before, so I'm kind of just doing this on a whim, but I think it's gonna work out. Basically, all I'm gonna do is take the bananas, and I'm gonna chop them up into bite-sized slices. Once I have the bananas cut, I'm gonna take 2 little halves and grab some peanut butter, and then I'm just gonna sandwich some peanut butter in between the 2 of them, stick them together like that, and then I'm gonna put them on this plate and we're gonna stick them in the freezer once we have a plate full. Our eggs timer just finished. It usually takes about 10 to 12 minutes, so I'm gonna remove this. They're very, very hot. I'm just gonna use my tongs and move all the eggs over into this big metal bowl. A lot of people like to use an ice bath for their eggs, and they'll let it sit in an ice bath for about 10 to 15 minutes. But I have found that they don't peel as easy if I do that. So once I get all my eggs in the bowl, I'm just gonna run cold water over them for 2 minutes or so, and I'm gonna peel them right away. They peel so much easier. Now there's like a million ways that people peel their eggs. I simply, because there's already a hole in the bottom of these, it's so much easier to crack them. So the side with the hole, I'm just gonna bang it here on the sink thing. So I have a lot of little pieces here, and then it pretty much just peels right off. Sometimes they don't turn out perfect because this one looks like it's gonna stick. So you can see it tore some of it, but I mean, who cares? And then I'm just putting them all into this container to store in the fridge. 7 more to go. This egg is not too happy. I don't know if you can see from there, but every now and then I just get this one egg that does not want to be peeled, completely comes apart. Like, look at that. It's still edible, so I'm still gonna save it, but just beware, you may get a crazy egg. And just like that, our eggs are done. So I'm gonna just stick these in the fridge, and then they're so easy to just grab one, throw a little salt on it, and eat it. I used 2 whole bananas to get this plate full, so I'm gonna stick these in the freezer for about 30 minutes. I don't want them to be completely frozen. I just want them to be solid enough so I can put them in Ziploc baggies without the peanut butter spreading everywhere. So I'm gonna stick them in here and then just set a 30-minute timer. I'm gonna start on my sweet potatoes, and these definitely take the longest, but it's so worth it. So I have 5 here. I'm just going to cut off the tips on all of them because we don't need them. And now that that's done, we're gonna head over to the trash can and we're going to peel all of them. This part is a little bit tedious, but cutting them is way more tedious. So let's go peel these. This one doesn't look so good, so I'm gonna have to dig pretty deep to just get that part off. All right, next is the part that's not so fun. So we're gonna cut them into like French fry pieces, but I like to cut mine extra thin because they'll cook faster and they'll get crispier, which I love a good crispy fry. So I'm gonna cut this into quarters, and I'm gonna just start with 1/4. I take a tiny little sliver, and then I will take this sliver and cut it into more little slivers. So I have little pieces like this. Sometimes they'll be a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit thicker, and I try to make them all as uniform as possible. And then I'm gonna throw them into this bowl, and we will season it once we get 1 whole potato sliced. Alright, now that I have 1 whole potato in my bowl, I'm going to go ahead and season it, and this will be the first batch to go in the air fryer. You can season your sweet potato fries however you want. I know a lot of people like to do theirs with like cinnamon or brown sugar because they want it to actually be sweet, but I like to make my sweet potatoes savory. I go ahead and drizzle some olive oil on it. And I'm gonna mix that together just to make sure they're all coated in the oil, like so. And then the 4 seasonings I use is salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion. And again, just season it however you want, however much or however little. I like mine to be heavily seasoned because I believe that the seasoning, like coating on the outside, helps it get that crunch as well. Another little shake. So they'll look like this. They look so good and they smell so good already. Now it's time for the air fryer. My air fryer is preheated, so I'm gonna throw my first batch in. And the reason I do 1 potato at a time is because if the fries are like overlapping each other too much in the air fryer, they're not gonna get crispy the way that I want them to, so I do have to do 5 whole batches today. But I'm gonna put them in here. I have my air fryer preheated and set to 400 degrees, and I'm gonna start it for 10 minutes. And at the 5-minute mark, I'm gonna pull out the basket, shake them, and then put it back in for the remainder of the 5. Oopsie, looks like this first batch cooked a little bit too long. We've definitely got some burnt pieces here, but Zachary likes them like that as well. So I'm gonna be transferring all of the fries to this pan. So the pan will be full when I'm done. I just want to do this to let them cool before I portion them out and save them for later. Our last batch of fries. How did these ones get burnt? I did these for half the time. Oh my goodness. Oh well. Just gonna pull out the like super burnt ones. Well, this is embarrassing. I literally never burn the fries, and all of a sudden when I film it, they're all burnt. So here's all the fries, and our bananas have been in the freezer for a little over 30 minutes, so I'm gonna take those out and bag them up. So I'm gonna be using just a little snack bags to put these in so that when Zachary leaves for work, he can just grab one and take it with him. I think I can fit about 7 or 8. And these are not as frozen as I'd like them to be yet, but I'm running out of time. I have other things to do today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and throw them in there. I recommend maybe doing them for an hour instead of 30 minutes. And there we have it. So that is my 3 meal prep snacks all complete. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some good ideas. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It'll let me know that you like to see these, and I'll do more of them in the future. And make sure you check out the other videos on my channel. I'll have some coming up on the screen here for you to check out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!